This is ANGIEBEE and welcome back to my channel, and today I am doing a bunch of different hairstyles. I'll put the number in the title. I'm doing a bunch of different hairstyles with these box braids. This is one of them. As you can see, I love this hairstyle. It's that classy, a little complicated but simple at the same time. So if you guys aren't subscribed already to my channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It'll be linked down below there, and it has a big bell icon next to it, so make sure you click that, which just makes sure you get notifications every single time I post. Let's not waste too much time. Let us get straight into the video, and I'll be showing you how to get all of these different hairstyles with box braids. Make sure you comment your favorite hairstyles or your favorite top 2 hairstyles in the comment section below, as well as request what kind of videos you'd like to see next, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! So straight into it, we're starting with the first hairstyle, which is like the simplest hairstyle you can come up with braids. It's literally just to leave your hair down. Make sure you bring the hair at the back to the front, whether it's a side part or a middle part. This is like the generic go-to hairstyle for braids, so of course I put it as the first style. Second style, I'm just getting this little scarf. You can see it's just like a circle, it doesn't have an end, and I like to use this one to do like just a mini bun in the front. I leave the hair down, part it in the middle, and then I just twist up the scarf, and then I make basically a little twisted knot or bun in the front of my head. And as you can see, I started tight, but then I leave the ends of the scarf quite loose. And once I reach the end, I get this end part here, I twist it, and then I sort of tie it, just like tying a hair tie. And then I just move the scarf around however I want, just to make the bun stay in place. And that is basically the second hairstyle. And that's done. Let us move on to the third one. For the third one, I like this hairstyle. I came up with it not too long ago, and I really like it. So you get a section of the hair from the middle of your hair, just like a little strip going back, and then you basically make like a little Dutch braid using the braids, and you just braid the hair the way you would braid with like regular hair, but you use the braids, and you only take it about halfway, like right to the back of the line down the middle of your head. You don't take it all the way down, so you just braid it like halfway up. And then, as you can see, I'll show you here, I just continue the braid right up to the end, and I don't even need to use a hair tie at the bottom or like an elastic. I just braid it right tight at the bottom. But if it doesn't hold, then you can always get like clear or black elastic bands and just tie the ends of the braid. And as you can see, I didn't do that. I just braided right up to the end. I did the same on the other side, and that is basically the hairstyle. I really like how this looks because it gets the middle part of the braids out of your hair, and it just looks kind of cool, and I don't think I've seen anyone else do this hairstyle. So yeah, this is what it looks like from all sides. And now let's move on to the next hairstyle. So for this one, we're taking the front part of the hair. It's kind of like half up, half down hairstyle, but I don't take half of the braids up because I actually don't like how it looks when you tie too many braids up. So I basically leave 3/4 of the braids down, and then I get this top part of my braids. I get a hair tie or whatever you guys call it. Please comment in the section below what you guys call these things. I call it a hair tie. So I just tie that little section there, and then I split the little ponytail in the middle, kind of like a, I don't know, old poetic justice or shenane if you want. I split it down the middle, and that's it. I bring some hair from the back down, and it just looks nice and cute, and I like how this hairstyle looks as well. I think quite a few people like to do this hairstyle with braids, so yeah, I like it too. And this is another variation that you can do with your braids. And now, without taking the ponytail down, we are going to move on to the next hairstyle. So you put it down to the side, and then we do a fishtail braid using the braids. So it kind of almost looks like a normal braid, just because, I guess, because it's kind of thick. But as you can see, just do like a regular fishtail braid, or you can even just do a regular braid if you want. But I like to do a fishtail braid for this hairstyle, and I just do it all the way down. But this time I actually use an elastic at the end because I don't want to braid right down to the bottom. And I just like how this looks. Just a little braid on the side, and then it goes down with the rest of your hair at the back, and it looks nice and cute, especially because the braid is not too big. and you can just fluff it out a little bit as you would with the normal braiding hair. And yeah, that's basically done, and this is what it looks like. And now we're moving on to the next hairstyle. Now we're using the same braid again, and this is the third hairstyle with this braid, and we just wrap the fishtail braid around the top, and now we have a nice little fishtail braided bun. I like this because it looks like you put so much effort into doing a hairstyle, and you can't really figure out exactly how it's done because it's just like completely wrapped around. So I really like how this looks. It looks nice and cute and chic. So this is one of my top hairstyles. I love this hairstyle, and this is what it looks like from all angles. And now we're moving on to the next hairstyle, and this one is 2 twists. One is sort of bigger than the other one. So you part your hair down the side, whichever side you prefer, and you basically just do a flat twist from the front of your hair, just using the front hairs all the way down to the bottom. And so you have like a jumbo twist on one side, and then on the other side you have a small little twist, and at the ends I just secure the twists with a little elastic band again. And I really like how this looks, especially with like gold or blonde braiding hair, because it kind of reminds me of like a big gold chain. And I don't know, I like this hairstyle. I like how it looks. So now I'm doing the little smaller one on the other side, just exactly how I did the big one, but it's a smaller one, of course. And then you just leave them down like this, and I really like how this looks. So as you can see, it looks really nice and chic, and that's what it looks like from all angles. And then now, without taking the twists down, we are doing the next hairstyle using the same 2 twists. Now we're tying them at the back with the hair tie. And then after we pull it through the hair tie, when it's tied, all you need to do is just fold the hair through itself, as you can see. And I just like how it looks when it's kind of like curved inward like that. And then you just leave the little twists to hang down, and that is your second hairstyle with these twists. So it's like a nice little twisted like crown around your head, and I really like how this looks as well. Now on to the next style. We are doing another half up, half down kind of thing. Now this is a bun, but just how to make the bun look bigger without using any other hair or not using too much hair. So basically you tie a knot, twist the ends just a little bit, and then just wrap it around itself, and you have a nice big bun. It looks like you used so much hair, but it's literally just a really tiny amount, like when we did the braids before. And there we have another half up, half down kind of updo. And it holds really well, and this is what it looks like from all angles. Now on to the next hairstyle. This time, instead of doing twists, we are doing little braids on the sides, and they're not like cornrows. They're just straight up braids. Just get 3 braids from the front of your hair, but don't finish the braid up to the end. As you can see, just braid it down a little bit, and you see why in a couple seconds. So now we take it to the back, and instead of tying this with the hair tie, what you're going to do is, since you have 3 braiding hairs on each side, you have 6 strands, so you split those into 3 sets of 2, and you just braid it all together, and it just makes a nice little like braided crown at the back. And this is what it looks like. You just finish it up all the way up to the ends, and it is done. So it's another sort of half up, half down, but all you're doing is just braiding the sides. And this is one of my go-to styles because it's so quick and easy, and you can be in a rush and just do this quickly and get out the door. Next hairstyle, we are going to our last 2 hairstyles. So this is just a big bun. I never use a hair tie because I have a lot of hair. I always have a lot of braids, and I have small hands. I literally can't tie my braids up with like a hair tie. So I always use a scarf. So I just tie my hair as you can see the way I'm doing it. Then I tie it to the back and to the front, and then just tuck in the excess parts of the scarf. And that is basically how I tie all my braids into like a high pony basically. And now we're going to separate the top two, well, just the bun. We're going to separate the hair into two and just wrap those around the scarf until it's completely covered. You can wrap in smaller sections, or you can just do two sections like I'm doing here. And it looks a little messy when you're starting, but you can always move around with it and play around with it until it just comes out exactly how you want it. And as you can see, there's that part that looks just a little bit rough. All you just need to do is like squeeze your hair, just move it around a bit. Anything that looks a little bit loose, you can just pull them out of the bun and then twist them around again, as you see, which I'm going to do just now. And that is basically it. We have a huge bun at the top of our head, and I like to focus it quite close to the front of my head just because it balances the weight of the braids evenly. You can push it a bit further back if you like, but it'll probably be a little bit strenuous on your neck, so I like it to be just here. And now this is our last hairstyle, and I love this hairstyle because it looks so complicated, but it's pretty easy. So basically, you're just going to make little random braids around the hair that's in your high pony at the top of your head. So you do little braids and big braids. I think I did about 3 or 4. You want to make sure you leave some of the braids just loose, and then just also do like random braids. It looks kind of strange before you do everything, but just trust the process. Just make random braids however you want to make them. It doesn't matter how good or bad they look, as long as you just do little random braids and leave some hair. What you start doing now is wrapping sections of the hair around the scarf in very small sections. So as you can see here, I'm not wrapping a braid. That's just loose those are just loose braids. And now I'm going to wrap one of the braids out of the braids around it. So as you can see, all the braids will be wrapped individually, and sections of the left out braids will also be wrapped individually. And I just really like how this looks. It just really looks nice and sophisticated and kind of cute, and I just like how the braids look. So this is the last hairstyle. And as you can see, there's the last 2 braids to wrap, and you can play around with this and put little decorations in there or whatever, however you want to do this. You can always change up these hairstyles however you want. And this is the last hairstyle, and I love it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment what your favorite hairstyles were in the section below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!